Hey guys, Razdaz here, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll give you a basic overview of Hellcard, and I'll also give you a few tips on how to make your runs more successful. Today, we'll be going over classes, card types, battle mechanics, and locations. The three classes that are currently available for Hellcard are the Warrior, the Rogue, and the Mage. The Warrior is an extremely versatile hero who can either focus on protecting his team and himself by stacking shields, or do insane damage by using any of his 40 attack cards available to him. He also has a unique stamina mechanic. This mechanic allows him to draw 3 cards and play the next card twice for free. What just happened? The Rogue is a calculating hero that prefers long-range combat, but can provide solid crowd control and damage through the use of her bombs and arrows. She's also the only hero of the 3 that can use the gemstones that are acquired at the end of each finished round to do damage and provide very useful CC. Team effort. He's still flanking. Get out of here. The Mage is a powerful arcane hero that can crowd control and damage entire boards. Just like a magician, he has a trick for every situation. He can double block, move monsters, give extra cards and mana, and he can also freeze entire boards. Some of his cards, however, can produce negative effects when you use them. There are 3 types of cards that are currently in the game. These card types are Skill, Attack, and Influence. The red cards you'll encounter are attack cards. They do exactly what the name suggests, and you can use them to attack enemies. Some example of attack cards are Death Eater Sword, Rune of Ice, and one of my personal favorites, Stonks, which allows you to deal twice as much damage in a small radius as the amount of gemstones you have. On top of that, you also get a card for every monster you kill. It's great if you can manage to save your gemstones throughout a run or get a few lucky explorers. The blue cards you'll encounter are skill cards. There are so many uses for skill cards because almost every single one of them does something different. They can move monsters, freeze areas, allow your team to draw cards, and much more. Some example of skill cards are Salve, Arcane Wager, and Cauterize Wounds, which is a warrior specific card that allows you to use your available stamina to heal any hero. It's extremely useful when you have limited access to campfires in your run. The green cards you'll encounter are influence cards. These usually stay on your board and influence the rest of your turn. Basically, they're just buffs for your hero. Some example of influence cards are Crown, Deadly Streak, and Paper Recycle, which allows a mage to get a bolt and random scroll every time he kills an enemy. This heavily increases the mage's damage output in most of his builds. The map is split into a maximum of 3 slices depending on the number of people playing on that floor. The inner circle is considered near, while everything outside the circle is considered far. This is very important to remember because certain cards do reduce damage if the target is not in the correct range. Sword Slash, for example, does 2 damage near, but only 1 far, while Sharp Arrow does 2 damage far, but only 1 near. Hovering over a monster will display its intent, attack type, health, and block. You can also look at the center HUD, which will display your current health, mana, and the influence cards you have active at that time. On the left is the draw pile, while on the right is the discard pile. Every time you end your turn, your hand will go into your discard pile, and once your draw pile is finished, you'll reshuffle your discard pile and go again. If you're ever curious about your whole deck, you can click the tab in the top right corner with the card icon and view all your cards there. It's important to know exactly how a battle will play out so you can minimize the damage you take per floor. Just like you consider mana and gems as resources, you should also consider health the same way. At the top of your character's head, you will see the amount of damage you will take at the end of that turn. The way to mitigate this damage is to either focus the monster doing damage or block. Each point of block will mitigate 1 point of damage that would be taken instead. If you don't see a number, then congratulations, you are taking damage that turn. You can focus on helping your teammates, or use influence cards to help make your future turns easier. From the first level, you get to pick which locations you would like to go to throughout your run. There are 9 in total. Every time you finish a level, you'll get 2 choices of where you would like to go to spend your gems. Visiting the ruins will allow you to gamble your gemstones, exchange HP for an artifact, or start the next battle with an extra mana point. Talking to the smithy will allow you to upgrade a random card, upgrade a card of a predetermined type, or upgrade any card of your choosing. Visiting the camp will allow you to heal for 50% of your health, 20% of your health, or increase your maximum HP. Visiting the armory will allow you to heal your team for 20% of their health, give 5 block to everyone next floor, or upgrade a single predetermined card. Talking to the sage will allow you to remove a predetermined card, remove 1 selected card, or remove 2 selected cards from your deck. At the library, you can exchange an artifact for another, give your teammates 1 extra mana next turn, or have your whole team draw an extra card in the next battle. In the vault, you can choose between 3 rare and legendary artifacts, get a predetermined artifact, or get a random artifact of any rarity. Near the corpses, you can either get a class-specific card, exchange a card in your deck for a different one, or get 2 class-specific cards. In the hideout, you can gift your teammates gemstones, remove 1 out of 3 randomly selected cards from your deck, or select a card to start future battles with. Artifacts are special items that affect your hero throughout the run. Some let you skip the discard phase, while others will let you do 2 extra damage at the cost of not being able to block yourself. The reason I won't go in depth in this video is frankly because there are so many of them. One thing I will advise, however, is to prioritize upgrading your deck before getting a ton of random artifacts. Your HP will definitely thank you. If you're playing a mage or a rogue, it would be helpful to grab a few cards that have the freeze or stun debuff. This will stop your opponent and make the battle far less hectic and much easier for yourself. Frequently check if the cards you own have a further upgrade path. It'll help plan the type of deck you'd like to create. In the beginning stages with large group of enemies, prioritize getting rid of those who have attack intent in the beginning, as it will save you more HP for the later levels where taking damage is almost inevitable. Well, that's all I have for this video, but make sure to subscribe for more YouTube content. Now go out there and beat up those monsters. See ya!